Numero 22 Timothy. Numero 25 Adrian.
But one of Monaco's best players, it's disillusioned, and he turns around and says, well, we've got so many injuries, etc, etc. But if they win tonight, I think he'll get all those fans back on his, that's for sure. He wants another challenge elsewhere.
Yeah, the three-year reign looks set to be coming to an end. It's the club with a lot of question marks going into the January.
Juve defence.
Whipped in towards that near post. Closest one to it was Cristante. Back in again, looking for Ndika. Cristante with the effort off the post that time. And it's so well on the turn. Striking the lower. Far less lenient with balls striking the hands in Serie A. It's a lovely touch by Lukaku. Dybala trying to create something with it. It's a very bright start from Roma in the first 5 minutes, and another corner.
Really good.
Towards that near post once again. Cristante trying to flick it on, and Ndika with the nod behind him. It was a
development of young Italian talent, but you've got to have top-class talent around you to develop your game if you're a youngster. And if they lose the better players out of the league, then who's going to be your role model? Who's going to actually teach you that? It's going to be very interesting in the next couple of years for Serie A.
Player who's going to be off and away from Roma for a fair bit of time in the early part of the new year, of course, with the African Cup of Nations kicking off.
This week they've had banners up, and I think that's why Roma have decided they're not going to sign him. They're looking at Trevor Chalobah from Chelsea, take him on loan. I think the Bonucci one was pushing it a bit too far with the ultras in Rome.
Sonku as well from Atletico Madrid is another one they're looking at as Dybala fires it across. Just can't find Zalewski at that far post, but it was a dangerous ball in.
It's a dangerous ball in, but it's not on target. If it was on target, it would have been a really difficult one for Szczesny, because Lukaku might have got a little... But they've started brightly, Roma, had this season, and it's good to hear that Chris Smalling is gradually getting back to fitness.
Yeah, they're hoping he's going to be back sometime soon with that leg injury that's just been keeping him out. Some spurts this campaign, of course, take the field this season for Roma.
Yeah, I'm not sure we'll see Tammy this...
last 24 hours, so another one that they're possibly going to look for a loanee at some point in the new year to replace. A good ball in by Dybala in the middle.
Yeah, which is much rarer these days with the academies starting kids so young. But sometimes there's still the space for late developers. They get the chance. He's obviously shown that, Gatti. Still only 25.
Bologna against Genoa, starting the new year in Italian football. Dybala just ran out of room in the end. Locatelli once more. Once again though, Locatelli back there helping the defensive effort. It's not the best clearance though. Paredes gives it to Dybala, his fellow countryman. And Lukaku can't. Certainly a position that Allegri and Juventus can look to attack as we get towards the half-hour mark.
Well, I think that's their out ball when they're under pressure, is him running in that left-hand channel behind Mancini. That's the outball for Juve.
Dybala blocked off by Rabiot. Went down as he looked for the... Bove. Dybala drifting out to that far side to try and create. Ricochet. Rome. Can't think of many better cities to spend the latter part of your years, that's for sure. Christensen lays it to Dybala, has a stab at it. A whisker away.
He's away. Really poor defensive header out by Danilo, and again, and then just prods it, as you said, and it's just spinning away on his left foot with the spin, just takes it wide. I think made by the fans quite as much as what Dybala was.
There he is, bringing it under control once more. It's brought down too, that'll be a free kick.
That's a foul, nothing more.
Just a reminder, we've got plenty more Serie action coming. Touch from Dybala makes it look so easy.
Yeah, he just caresses the ball, doesn't he? Lovely left foot, twisting.
Juventus just getting penned in here for the moment. Dybala. Christensen. Leandro Paredes finds his fellow countryman. Dybala just floating, gliding around this pitch right now. Mancini. Lukaku's got two defenders all over him inside the 18-yard box. He's trying to shake the pair of them. And that's too close in the end to Szczesny. Not seen much to really test either goalkeeper. It's just under 10 minutes to go before half-time.
Yeah, the one thing that you have to change your system slightly, and Max Allegri doesn't like to do that, as we were touching on before, but sometimes when you've got quality players who work hard, Yildiz does that, Chiesa does that, Vlahovic.
Black and white shirt set up for the set piece. Patricio leaving it. Cleared away out of trouble. Just sense a little bit of agitation coming from the stands as well now here. Well, work by Mancini. You can see the officials saying no more now. That is the half-time whistle. Roma level with Juventus on their... But neither side has been able to beat either keeper. As we hit the half-time break, we are goalless in Turin. The interval, it's Juventus.
Lovely little flick in there from Vlahovic, back into his...
In the immediate aftermath of that goal, try and hit on the counter-attack perhaps, if they will just sink in and sit in. Christensen wanting the give and go. Dybala gets it from Lukaku. Just a little
ball back. Just got to keep the ball sometimes. Don't force it. But I'm sure Joe last week against Napoli was forced to make the changes. El Shaarawy coming on as a left wing back. Wrist there. There's a little bit of game side really pushing Juventus back towards their own goals. But can they find an opening here? Roma.
Another player linking these two clubs together. Could have been on the other side of the scoreline coming into this evening, but still a Juventus player and certainly proving an important one as well this season already for Allegri's men. 8 wins by just the 1 goal. Dybala, it's a beautiful back to the edge of the area, but
a lot of changes that he can make, Jose Mourinho.
Mr. McKennie's just still feeling the brunt of that blow. Serie A on Friday, 7:30. Who went to the near post, the ball went towards the far post. Christensen keeps it alive. Dybala wants the layoff, he's going to have to strike it first time. Well, he got what he wanted, and he got it on target. Down to it and deal with the danger.
Yeah, it's poor defending from Juventus here. It comes back to Dybala. It's going right in the corner. Not enough pace on it, really. Got the accuracy, not the pace, and Szczesny, quick feet. Down to his right-hand side. Easy save for him.
Not perhaps as threatening as his effort in the first.
No, which is interesting, really, with Juventus trying to play so deep. But I think Dybala's come deeper and deeper like there to try and get on the ball. Foul by Rabiot.
Do you like players like Dybala doing that out of the play, or would you rather them sit in those pockets that you...
This side, give him the ball, and then he can create from here, much higher up the pitch.
Can he create from this position? Trying to just thread it through for Cristante.
Get the trainers round the side of the pitch, but he's trying to get on the ball, and that's much better higher up the pitch, but...
Replaced by the attacking winger. Pellegrini again. Dybala, a bit more room to operate in. Christensen, back again to the Argentinian. Mancini. Dybala looking to get to the byline before checking back and pulling it back. It ricochets around.
Gets blocked off by Ndickia, but Ndickia gets the free kick.
Nearly work for Dybala, trying to weave a way through. The ball was just slightly behind him. Before that the contact was made. His touch was a little heavy from the defender. It'll be down to just 2 points between them and top of the table Inter. Heaps pressure suddenly on the blue and black half of Milan. Dybala slipping, couldn't come away with it. Danilo loses out to Dybala. It's a fair challenge to get in these moments. That it's not a huge part of the field that Locatelli needs to cover right now in terms of sticking to his defense of goals scored in Serie A, but you know, when you whack 7 past Empoli, just skews it a little bit. Cross takes a deflection, Christensen can't get onto it. Bio. Dybala, caught. It's got to be lumped forward now. They're going to be baying for the full-time whistle on that Juventus bench and in this arena.